My favorite part of Annie Get Your Gun was getting to rest my head in Michelle's lap and her singing me a lullaby and me almost falling asleep right there on stage.
I loved the opening number, and I've Got the Sun in the Morning and the Moon at Night. Both of those ensemble songs were so much fun, so lively, great choreography. Just so much fun to be dancing with everyone and singing with everyone.
After seeing Pirates of Penzance, I thought Dahlia was so amazing. So I was really excited to get to work with her and to get to know her. So that was a really nice and special thing. And also so many other new people that I got to meet as well. There were so many fun people in the cast. And it was a great cast and a super fun time.
Annie Get Your Gun was performed at the Beverly Hills High School auditorium. And the minute I walked into that auditorium, it immediately brought me back to my own high school with the wooden chairs and the dark, big room. But just as we did in high school, we brought joy and light and laughter to the room and filled it up to capacity, even when some of the seats were still empty. But nowadays, our shows are all sold out. So remember, get your tickets early.
There are so many classic songs in this show, and I knew all of them before I started working on it, except for I Got the Sun in the Morning. And that ended up being my favorite scene of the entire show. It's so upbeat, and the lyrics are so beautiful and optimistic. Karen choreographed such a fun dance for nearly the entire cast to do. I really love those big ensemble dance numbers. And I remember Karen teaching it at My Gym Children's Fitness Center because we didn't have a permanent place to rehearse at that time yet. And I just remember everybody bouncing all over the gym mats trying to learn that song. It was so much fun.
Of course, I loved every song and every scene that we did in Annie Get Your Gun, but if I had to choose a favorite, it would be Anything You Can Do. It's such an iconic song, and to do it on stage with my closest, my best friend, we had so much fun with it. And of course, that really long note that I held out was so much fun. Every rehearsal, every performance that we did it. Afterwards, we had people asking, well, how did you do that trick? It wasn't a trick, that was me, I did that.
Anything You Can Do definitely comes to mind. It wasn't even my song, but I just remember that when Michelle would hit that really long note and the audience would go crazy, it was just so much fun to be a part of the show in that moment, even though I wasn't the one performing.
One of the greatest things about Annie Get Your Gun was being able to do it with a group of women that was quickly becoming my group of besties and soulmates. This was my second show with the JWRC, and in the first show that you're in with a group, you're kind of not sure of who's there, you're feeling everybody around, and by the second show you're feeling a little bit more comfortable, more seasoned. And so to be able to be directed by and work with Margie, who has since become one of my closest friends, and then to work opposite Michelle, who has also since become one of my closest friends, was a real joy and a thrill. And so to be able to combine my desire to sing and be on stage with a desire to have deep and meaningful friendships was really a great, great gift. And so I'm deeply, deeply grateful. Thank you.
There was one scene in which Karen Malkus and I played a very long, imaginary card game in the background. Of course, there were no rules because it was not a real card game. We spent the entire time cheating each other, stealing cards from each other, and arguing over who won. I'm telling you, Karen, I won.